Ever notice how your brain treats Heartbreak like a TV show it refuses to stop rerunning? Like, you didn't even ask for the replay. You were just trying to drink water at 2 a.m., and suddenly your brain goes, "Hey, remember that conversation?" Of course it does. Your brain has zero chill. So let's talk about why your brain keeps repeating Heartbreak, even when you're tired, healed enough, and honestly just want peace. Here's the first thing no one tells you. Your brain thinks it's doing you a favor. A very annoying favor, but a favor. Your brain's main job isn't happiness. It's survival. And heartbreak, to your brain, that feels like a threat. Not physically, but emotionally. And emotional pain is still pain. When your heart breaks, your brain goes into detective mode. It puts on its imaginary glasses and says, "All right, something went wrong. Let's replay everything until we figure out how to avoid this forever." So it replays the first conversation, the last argument, the moment things felt off, the text you wish you didn't send, the silence that hurt more than words. Your brain believes that somewhere in those memories is the answer, the mistake, the warning sign, the aha moment. But here's the cruel part. Sometimes there's no clear answer. People leave. Feelings change. Life gets messy. And your brain hates messy. Your brain wants clean logic. Heartbreak gives chaos. That's why the memories keep looping. Not because you're weak, but because your brain can't file the experience as resolved. And then comes a chemical problem. Love isn't just emotional. It's biological. When you were with that person, your brain was swimming in dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, the feel-good squad. Then suddenly, they're gone. Your brain reacts like, "Excuse me? Where did my daily happiness supply go?" So now your brain starts craving. And guess what still gives tiny emotional hits? Memories. Even painful memories. That's why you miss someone who hurt you. That's why your brain replays the good moments on full HD while conveniently blurring the disrespect, the neglect, and the emotional confusion. Your brain will be like, "Okay, yes, they ignored you for 3 days. But remember that one cute voice note?" Absolutely not helpful. And let's talk about familiarity. Sometimes heartbreak feels familiar because you've been there before. Maybe not with the same person, but the same feeling. Feeling not chosen. Feeling replaceable. Feeling like you tried harder than they did. Your brain recognizes familiar pain and goes, "Well, this hurts, but at least I know it." And that's why people repeat relationship patterns. Same type of person. Same emotional roller coaster. Different name. Same lesson. Your brain isn't chasing pain. It's chasing what it understands. But here's where things slowly change. Every time you don't replay the memory on purpose. Every time you resist checking their profile. Every time you let the thought come and go without building a whole emotional movie around it, your brain learns something new. It learns that the danger is over. That you survived. That this pain didn't destroy you. Healing isn't loud. It doesn't look like dramatic speeches or instant closure. Healing looks boring, quiet, repetitive. One day you'll notice the memories come less often. Another day you'll realize they don't hurt as much. And one random day, you'll hear their name and feel nothing. Not anger, not sadness, just distance. And that's when you'll know. Your brain finally stopped replaying heartbreak because it learned the lesson wasn't about them. It was about you surviving and continuing anyway. Ever wondered why your brain seems to replay heartbreak like it's a favorite song, even though you hate the song? Like, you're brushing your teeth, minding your business, and boom, a memory pops up saying, "Hey, remember when they said forever," and disappeared 2 weeks later. Yeah, that. Let's talk about why your brain keeps repeating heartbreak, even when you're begging it to stop. Here's a strange truth. Your brain isn't trying to hurt you. It's trying to protect you, but it's really bad at it. See, your brain loves patterns. It's like that friend who watches one bad movie and then assumes all movies are bad. When heartbreak happens, your brain goes, "Okay, pain detected. Let's remember everything so this never happens again." So it replays the moments, the texts, the silence, the "I need space" speech, over and over and over. Think of it like touching a hot stove. Your brain remembers the pain, so you don't touch it again. The problem? Heartbreak isn't a stove. It's emotional, messy, and confusing, and your brain can't find a clear lesson. So it keeps replaying the memories, hoping that this time you'll discover the missing clue. What did I miss? What could I have done differently? Was it something I said or something I didn't say? Spoiler alert, sometimes there's no secret answer, but your brain hates unfinished stories. It hates loose ends. It wants closure like it wants oxygen. And here's where it gets even more annoying. Heartbreak activates the same part of your brain as addiction. Yes, love withdrawal is real. That person wasn't just someone you liked. They were a routine, a source of comfort, a emotional Wi-Fi signal. When they're gone, your brain panics and goes, wait, where did my happy chemicals go? So it replays memories because memories still give tiny emotional hits, even sad ones. Your brain would rather feel pain than feel nothing. That's why you miss someone who hurt you. That's why you romanticize the good moments and ignore the red flags. That's why your brain conveniently forgets the disrespect, but remembers the one time they held your hand perfectly. Your brain is like, sure, they broke your heart, but remember that cute laugh though. Not helpful. At all. And let's be honest, sometimes heartbreak feels familiar. If you experience emotional pain before, your brain recognizes it and says, yes, this again. Familiar pain feels safer than unknown happiness. Weird, right? That's why some people repeat the same type of relationship over and over. Same energy, different name, same ending, extra trauma. Your brain isn't chasing pain. It's chasing what it knows. But here's the good news. Just because your brain repeats heartbreak doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're human. Healing isn't about forcing yourself to move on or be strong. It's about teaching your brain that the danger has passed. Every time you choose not to stalk their profile, every time you don't reread old messages, every time you feel a memory come and let it pass instead of fighting it, you're rewiring your brain. Slowly, quietly, gently. One day, the memories won't disappear, but they won't control you either. They'll feel distant, neutral, like a story you once lived but no longer belong to. And one day, you'll catch yourself laughing again, not because the pain is gone, but because you survived it. So if your brain is repeating heartbreak right now, be patient with it. It's learning, just like you.